Someone's turning psychotic murderers into werewolves. It happened last night. My whole body was rioting against me. I just want to be normal.
You try and push the wolf down, Elena. The wolf won't stay down very long.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a clip from the series premiere of Bitten, and joining us now in studio, it's Laura Vandervoort, Bryk, and Greyston Holt. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Well, we're so stoked for Saturday for the big premiere. How does it feel? Because you put so much work into a series. Saturday, the world is going to get to see it. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are your claws coming out? What's happening?
Claws are coming out,
Yeah?
but out of excitement.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
been a long wait because they had so much time between when we finished shooting and
Right.
building the CGI, which looks extraordinary, and it's just sort of, you feel like a parent ready to give birth to something. Wolf, child.
I don't want to give birth to this, but
broke.
It's
super messy on this couch. Yeah, it's extraordinarily
but we're really excited. We worked hard for 6 months and put everything into it. You know, blood, sweat, and tears, literally. So.
And you also want to honor, like, the fans of the book. They're passionate fans, and it was a wonderful series of books.
Yeah.
So for us now to give it our incarnation and our imagining of it, you're a little bit nervous, but we're confident with what we've done. So.
Well, staying with the book, let me ask, because this is actually one thing that I don't know definitively. Do we pick up at the exact same place as the books begin the story, or is it a little bit different where we begin?
The series begins with Elena already bitten.
Okay.
And we do go back in time throughout the season, flashbacks and why Clay bit her, and actually her history growing up. She was in the foster care system, had horrible things happen to her, has really horrible skeletons in the closet that will come out towards the end of the season as well in a certain form. And so, yeah, you get into the history of it, but it starts off with her already bitten.
Well, you've all in your careers thus far, you've played really amazing characters in different films and TV shows. But what do you love about specifically your characters in Bitten? What do you love about Clay?
I like the conflict between, you know, my loyalty towards these two. I mean, ultimately, I have this oath I've sworn to Jeremy, our Pack Alpha, but Elena's my love, my only and ever love, and so it's a fun inner conflict to play, you know, of my loyalty to Greg, and you know, my love for Laura. So.
Being alpha must be fun. What do you like about Jeremy?
You know, it's very interesting because how we define ourselves as men, I think, in society and in our families and our communities, and that's an important struggle as we try to assume our responsibility, and that's very much what Jeremy's doing, and he's kind of this new age alpha. It's not all brute force. There's strength, but there's a vulnerability. Yeah. And for me to sort of define myself as a man, I was able to do that in lockstep with Jeremy as he developed. So I took a lot out of the role, and working with these guys was extraordinary, obviously, and they taught me a lot, and I felt like I had a little something to give back as well. So.
Laura, you talked a little bit about the history of your character, of Elena, but in terms of the other elements that make her up, why did you love playing her? Why did you like going into work every day and getting to put on that character?
I think the fact that she's just so layered. There's so much going on in every scene. She's always trying to hide something from whether it's Greg's character or Greyson's character or Paul Green's character. She's got so much going on, and I find that interesting. And my character's in therapy with one of our other Pack members, played by Michael Xavier. So that's the one opportunity I have to be completely open to the audience on what she's going through, because that's a safe house for her. So there's just every day I was going in, doing physical fight scenes, doing, you know, dramatic scenes, crying, and it's the most challenged I've honestly ever been. Awesome. And I felt really fulfilled doing the scene.
She's amazing, yeah.
Nailed it!
It's very difficult to deal with, to balance the tension between our primal nature, our civilized self, and love and loyalty and all of those things. And it's very complicated and very sophisticated performance. And for you to carry a series for the first time, she was remarkable. Because it's tough. It's a very physical role, emotionally draining role. Yeah. And every day she was like this beacon of light in this dark, masculine world. So it was, it was impressive to watch.
Great.
Nailed it.
So I remember
Back
back in March.
Nice moment, but that's done.
Go ahead.
Now that the big premiere is here, because we announced this back almost a year ago in
Yeah,
March
that's right,
at Toronto Comic Con, you know, what are you guys most looking forward to, you know, engaging with the fans? Because you guys are pretty active on social media, and it's been something that we've been talking a lot about on Innerspace, you know, at conventions. You know, now you finally get to talk with the fans about the show on Saturday. What are you hoping for, I guess?
A good reaction.
Yeah, I mean, people have such strong opinions about the books and such personal opinions. It's so subjective, you know, an opinion on what a character's like in a book. So I'm really excited for them to finally see how we portray these characters, and I think once they see that, they're really going to dig the show and really appreciate what we did.
And it really sort of explodes preconceived ideas because, again, literature is so intimate. I mean, it lives in your imagination, and you get very connected to it.
Yeah.
And we bring flesh and blood to these characters now, so they will be different than what you imagine, but hopefully they fulfill another part of you. And we're loyal to the tone of the books and the source material, but it also is its own imagining. So people, even though you've read the books, this is going to be something new and it's going to be exciting, and it's a completely different journey for you.
And also what's great is that even though it's a sci-fi show, it's more drama-based as well. So if you're not into sci-fi, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you're going to find something in the show that you love. It's character-based in our relationships.
Well, we got to wrap it up, but just really quickly, do we watch with popcorn? What do we do? How do we just watching the premiere?
Beef jerky?
Like
Beef
raw,
jerky,
like raw meat, like a nice steak tartare.
Or you can have a vegan option of tofu.
No.
Have a vegan option as well. Cool. We'll be watching.
No, thank you so much for coming in again, guys. We can't wait to see the first episode, of course, Saturday at 9.
Plus, Friday night after Innerspace, we have a big half-hour behind-the-scenes special all about Bitten. It is awesome. You definitely want to check it out. A great primer for the series.
And stick around, we got more coming up after the break. Great to see you again.
Yeah. Whew.